Hey guys, welcome back. Today we're going to do Lobo, issue number 1 of 4 by Giffen, L.E.G.I.O.N, and Simon Bisley. And why am I laughing? Because I love this series. I love this guy. This is classic cover, by the way, by Simon Bisley, but also Lobo is probably one of my favorite DC characters ever because he is just so over the top, crazy, and funny. So I got all 4 issues, and we're gonna do that. All 4 reviews. So without further ado, let's dive in. So so Lobo is sitting here. I also love that there's flying space dolphins because he has he hates everything except for dolphins. That made him calm and all that stuff. So he loves them. He doesn't hurt them at all, and he's a little bit pissed. He said, well, Lobo's always pissed, but he says, can you believe it? Can you believe someone would pull this kind of stunt with me? Assassin to royalty and scourge of the cosmos. Now, what's happening? So it seems that somebody has made an unauthorized biography of Lobo, and he doesn't like that at all because he doesn't like people talking behind his back. And he says, nobody slanders the man. At least wait, not if they want to keep their entrails. So yeah, this is also, Giffen or Giffen. These combo, like I said in other comics too, there is a certain group of people that has so much good chemistry when it comes to writing and art. It's so well done. And I tried to get all of these books. I got a lot of them, and I just love these 90s Lobo series. What they've done today, I really don't care. But at this time, the 90s, fantastic. So the alarm goes off and it goes crazy, and he says, I'm coming, hold your fracking water, Jesus. So it's real docs here from Legion, and he says, I got a job for you. He said, can't you send somebody else? I got a personal matter to attend to. This can't wait. So he says, I believe, have you forgotten our physical debates? So it seems that these two have a square off, and somehow Vril Docs won. Not sure how. I probably missed that. I need to figure it out how to get that comic. But and now I don't know. Lobo owes him or something, and so Lobo says, okay. So what is it? Kidnapping, assassination, multiple maim, and torture. He says, I need a prisoner escorted. Oh, whoop-de-fragging do. But there's a catch, as always. So Lobo says, oh, now I'm on the delivery boy, an escort agency. And he says, I need a prisoner alive. Geez, he must have said it a dozen times. Creeps really harped on it. So yeah, he cannot kill the prisoner, which is basically his MO. Wherever this bounty hunter Lobo goes, people are getting killed. That's how it is. So somewhere on, I don't know, planet Cairn? I'm not sure. It's the headquarters of the Legion. And so Lady Quark, this woman here, says, you assigned this extradition to Lobo? And Vril says, who better to see it to it than the prisoner, that the prisoner gets here alive? I certainly hope you emphasized alive. I'm not a fool, Tashana. Of course I do. And Lobo always keeps his word. Well, that's true. The main man is a man of his words. He never breaks his bonds until there's a catch. This one may just prove you to be the exceptions, he says. Now, Lady Quark is another obscure DC character. She's pretty powerful. She's also a cool character, but we don't see her much because, well, obscure and all that stuff. Anyway, and so Vril says, Lobo will do precisely as he's told. This prisoner is not some common criminal. I know, a celebrity of dozens of worlds, a veritable saint by all accounts. Not to mention one hell of a writer. Oh man! So we got to see this. So meanwhile, on Oneda 6, that's the Legion Holdings prison. So Lobo is I believe the ward. So I know this guy's some kind of a headless robot guy. He smokes cigars and he says, oh, you're the famous Lobo. Assassin to royalty and scourge of the cosmos. That's the one. Let me be frank, mister, I'm not impressed. We run on tight ship here. There's no place for grandstanding psychos. We are the law, see? We remember that and we'll get along just fine. Take this prisoner you here for. She broke the law, bam, we look her up. No pussyfooting, no mollycoddling, bam, just like that. Come, I'll take you down. And watch your step. Make one move, out, line. And it's bam. So yeah, he's a total hard ass. But then he's still belittling Lobo here and there. And he says, "Ah, you're a smart ass, huh?" And so Lobo says, "What did this clown do?" "She's tutored our beloved leader's son. That's a crime. Flunk him in his." And Lobo says, So he goes off. "Don't you me, boy. Maybe they let you get away with that kind of crap on L.E.G.I.N. But nobody us around here, unless they got my say-so. Get it?" So Lobo's fed up with this crap. And then this is happening. And he says, "Oh, miss, I think the chief just had a heart attack or something else of fatal nature." Oh, man, I love this. But somewhere else, a general interest bookstore on Blake 7. Well, that's probably a nod to the TV series called Blake 7, a science fiction series of old. So it seems that Lobo has some fans, and they don't like that this bookstore is selling this biography of Lobo. So they are harassing and maiming people left and right because of that. And they want to have revenge on that person who wrote this. So they got the word that that it's the prisoner on what's the wait a minute. Just give me a second, I forget. Oneida 6. So they are going there to speak with that person, if you will. And they blow up the bookstore. And oh, by the way, it seems that also people, the writer or whoever does some kind of a, I don't know, written thing. So you can read it here if you want. I'm not sure what it exactly is, but some book chapters, I guess, about our main man. This looks so freaking awesome, man. I love Simon Bisley. So, and like I said before, this is the definite, what's the word? The definite, I believe that's the word, the definite version of Lobo. This is what it is. He has it all. He has the looks, he has the brutality, the funny lines, the bloodthirsty. He's a very unique character in the DC universe. I just love him. So he says, "I don't believe it. It can't be. It's infrack impossible." So who does he see? So this is the escort, another Khazarian, but he obliterated his home world so that he will be the last Khazarian. So yeah, he just murdered his own people, except for this woman. But they met before, by the way. I have a comic when they met, and that is another hilarious adventure. So it seems that, well, this woman here it's his 4th grade teacher. And she is she corrects him constantly about his grammar and other stuff, and he cannot stand her. He says, "And you, of all the billions that could have been, it had to be you." And she says, "Tisk, tisk, no need to shout, young man. We are in the same room, you know. This can happening to me. I'm Lobo, I kill all the Xarnians." And it could have missed her. Not her, I couldn't have. "Well, thank you very much. Still rude as ever. I knew you never amount to anything. You know, you two, you know each other? Miss Tripp was my 4th grade teacher." You wait. You want to make something of it. So he's enraged as always. So Docs here gets a call from Lobo, and he says, "You bastard, you manipulating toad, you knew." "I'm fine, thanks. And you? You creep, I turned you inside out for this." Yes, remember, alive. I wanted to deliver to me alive. And calm down. What has that poor woman ever done to you anyway? Actually, I thought she was more than fair to you in her book. Her? She? You mean she is the one? And then he's smacking his face. Humor works, by the way. And then on Reagan's world, bastion of the regile gentlefolk. So this is going on This is wild. So this is a retirement planet for old folks, and these old women here. What's this? I don't know. So they'll listen to the news and they are offended that this woman has made an an autobiography of Lobo. They are not big fans of Lobo. They have other issues with that, and they say, "Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear! Is she's the one who wrote that sleazy piece of trash? Yes, indeed, the hussy. She should be tarred and feathered. There can be only thing. There's only one thing we can do, girls. I'm calling Gladys and Phyllis out of retirement. Oh, goody! Tell them to bring the heavy artillery." Of course, we cannot suffer this pornographer to live. Ladies, the Legion of Decency paramilitary SWAT unit is needed yet again. So there's going to be a lot of chaos in the next couple of issues, I guess. Then, Lobo is taking this prisoner away. And so Miss Tripp says, "I've never been so embarrassed in all my life. Why couldn't we have taken one of those lovely cruises or a hover limo? Do you ever watch this thing?" So they are, as you can see, they're having a nice little chat, and she slaps him on his head the whole time. And then they make a pit stop on this lovely trucker bar thing here. It's called the names. I mean, it's cracking me up. Scarf and Bar Truck Stop at Space Lane 66. This is so funny. So, like I said, they're making some kind of a pit stop, and Lobo is, I don't know, taking a leak or something. And she says, "Please try not to escape." So this fine gentleman has a conversation, and she says, "Tsk. You got a problem, lady? You have a problem, young man. There is no such word as ain't. What? Is she for real? Listen, Rankles, just dump you up, huh? Fine, be feckless hooligans. It's no skin of my nose. It's only a pity your mothers didn't think it's necessary to teach you the rudiments of grammar. Or manners, for that matter." Look at his classes. It's so cool. So Lobo is, needs to have a minute for himself, so then he hears something outside. So he storms outside, and then, these gang here. "Wrinkles, nobody badmouths our mothers like that. Pop her on, Elvis." So Lobo comes in, and he gives him a peck on the cheek, and he just kicked their asses. It's just so funny, man. If you like Lobo, this character, I'm sure you have a blast with this one. I believe there's also a trade paperback, but I'm not entirely sure. But so he must defend her, but not that he actually likes it. But he likes beating up people, as you can see here. Meanwhile, back on the Legion headquarters, so we just received an alert. There's a major fracas at Lane 66 truck stop. Seems Lobo stopped off there with a prisoner, and Lobo being Lobo, well, you can figure out the rest. So he says to Strada, says, "Hey, send a unit out there, but don't interfere with Lobo." He says, "I don't understand." "You don't need to understand, just do it." But then he smiles and he says, "Excellent, this is going better than I ever dreamed." "Oh, man, Vril Dogs, what are you up to, man? You sly bastard." So, and then, this is how it ends, that she's just complaining all the time. "That's your trouble. Always thinking with your fist. You completely destroyed that poor man's dinner. Why can't you be a good boy? Get a haircut, a proper job, find a nice girl, settle down." And Lobo screams. And that leads us, of course, to the next issue. Great stuff. This is funny. The art is great. The stories are great. And this leads us to issue number 2 that I'm going to review pretty soon. Also with the same team, by the way, so it's going to be a hoot. Guys, let me know what you think about this comic. Do you have it? Do you read it? Do you remember it fondly, or do you hate it? Probably not. It's Lobo. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.